Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Miss Faye and this is my world. Today's topic is, what are energy vampires and supply? What are they? Before we get started, I want to say welcome. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to all the new viewers, the new subscribers, and welcome to you who have been with me from the beginning. I really appreciate you. Now let's dive into this topic, energy vampire. You know, I talk a lot about energy vampires here on this channel. And let's see what an energy vampire is. An energy vampire is a person who drains your energy. Okay? Let's make the scenario. We've all seen the movie Dracula, the vampire. The vampire needs blood from anybody. Man, woman, chick, child, doesn't matter. These are the same thing. The vampire needs blood to survive. The energy vampire needs your energy to survive. These energy vampires are demonic. They are narcissists. These energy vampires drain you. When you are around them, you feel drained. You can feel it. It's not something that is in your mind, but you just feel exhausted by just being around them. These vampires are usually very needy people, and they're always asking you to do something. I know when I was with the narcissist, who was an energy vampire, he was so needy. He needed me every moment of the day to do something for him. They're like soulless people. They don't have those emotions inside of them, so they need your energy so that they can have something inside to work with. It keeps them alive. It keeps them going. So they need to draw it out of you. It's a spiritual thing, people. It's spiritual. Supply is your emotions. All of them, whether they're happy, sad, excited, mad, angry, whatever. Your emotions is supply to these energy vampires. Also, the energy vampires suck you from your resources too. Now, how do you guard yourself from these energy vampires? First, you don't give too much of yourself. Now, if you happen to be an empath, it's in your personality to be a giver. A giver. And you really need to watch out from an energy vampire because they are all takers. Takers. They don't give. They just take from you. Okay? That's one way to guard yourself. Don't give too much. And don't be a people pleaser. Every time somebody asks you to do something, or say no. Say no. I know when I was with the narcissist, very rarely did I say no, and he drained the life out of me. He exhausted me. Running up and down everywhere, even out of state to help him straighten out his business and things like that. It was just too much. These kind of people are energy vampires. You don't need to be around them. And be cautious around egotistical people. You know, people who think that they're way too big, but then they're going to treat you like you're a lowly servant. You see, they're going to have you going here, there, and everywhere for them. These egotistical people. Avoid them. And be careful around drama queens. These people who always have some chaos going. Drama. All the time. These are energy vampires. They suck you into that drama. And before you know it, you're all wrapped up in it and all excited about it and feeling all kind of ways, but you are exerting your energy. And these energy vampires are just sucking it in. They're sucking it in. What they would do, they would create a scenario so that they can get that energy out of you, because they have to have it to survive. Be clear with people, to the point. Set up your boundaries, whatever they are, and be clear about it. To the point. Don't beat around the bush, I really don't care for you to do this. You ought to know better than doing this to me. Don't do that. Be point. Say, I don't like it. Don't do it again. Or this would be the consequence. You can avoid energy vampires by just being straightforward with them. Now, many of these people, these energy vampires, they have been sucking energy out of people for so long. I don't know if they really understand that they are vampires at all. But if you have been around people that make you feel exhausted when you finish with them, you have to go home and want to take a nap. You got to replenish your energy. You have just been with an energy vampire. Now, there are ways you can guard your home and yourself against this kind of thing. And one thing that I talked about on one of my other videos was smudging your home constantly, and that will free your home from any negative energy. And if energy vampires come into your home, this will help to protect you from that. Okay? And probably they won't want to stay around you long if, you rid your home of any negative energy and keep them away. Keep them at bay. And another way that will help protect you from energy vampires is crystals. I also talked about healing crystals on this channel. And you'll find a description, you'll find a link in the description. I think the link is Crystals for Healing. Now, in my home, I smudge. I smudge every few weeks or so, especially if there's traffic in the home or whatever, just to keep things peaceful and pleasant and on a high frequency. And I also use crystals in my home. I have them, in my bedroom, my office space, and things like that. It just clears the energy and keeps you at a high frequency when you have these things going on in your environment. Now, a way that you can cleanse yourself if you feel like you have been affected by an energy vampire is with a cleansing bath. And this is something that I do too. I do it very often. Now, we do have a letter that's asking about cleansing baths. So let's read this letter and then I'll talk more about how to prepare your cleansing bath. Okay? I am doing things alone because I am trying to rid myself of toxic relationships. Recently, I heard a YouTuber talk about the energy we give off and why we attract the same type of people. That's true. That's true, because whatever you have inside of you is what you radiate outside. That's the energy that you're putting out. Whatever you have in you and whatever you feel about yourself. And that's one reason why we do the affirmations every day. It can put you on a higher frequency in the way that you think about yourself. And this way you're putting out a higher energy to attract better people into your life. Okay? When I was young, I had a neighbor that would touch me and lay on top of me. He was young too, maybe a year older than me. While he never did anything with us undressed, I do feel this introduced me to a sex demon at an early age. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, sex demons are around anyway. So with this guy just laying on top of you and fooling around, all kids do that. I don't think you were introduced to a sex demon. It may have introduced you to intimacy with another person. It may have introduced you to that. Again, a demon tried to go toward sex, even if I find someone and they are not pushing sex. I would pretty much be the one not wanting to do much. When I first had sex, it was with someone I was dating, but I said no. So you were raped. He pretty much forced me. You know, this happens a lot. You find yourself in a situation with a fella, and men will push you into sex because that's what they want anyway. They push you into it. And young ladies, well, really any lady, you need to protect yourself and not be in these type of situations. For instance, don't invite him over to your house. He's only coming for sex. Don't go to his house. He's only inviting you over for sex, especially if he invites you over there and he calls himself trying to date you. That's what he wants. So you can guard yourself by knowing that. I date someone that wants to go out and do things. I am more of a homebody and invite someone over. Well, realize when you invite people over, when you invite men over to your home, that's why they're coming. They're not just coming over there to have a cup of coffee and watch TV, hang out. Most of them want to top it off with sex. Especially if he is interested in you that way. Okay. I don't initiate sex, but I create the atmosphere. You sure do. Of what else can we do? If you invite them to your house, you are creating the atmosphere for sex. And that's why he's coming over. I don't know if I met men that only want sex or if it's me. You're meeting men who only want sex. Most of them, that's their bottom line. When they approach you, is sex. They're not coming to get to know you and find out whether you're a wonderful person, many of them, unless they are mature men. But most of them approach you thinking about sex. They are attracted to you for sexual reasons. So it's not you. I don't think it's you putting out an energy that you want sex, because you said you don't. You don't. You're not putting out an energy. Now, I'm going to say something here. After you were forced to have sex, you realize you had a soul tie with this fella, whoever forced you. Sex is sex. Okay? It forced you. So it did open a door for sexual activity when you were forced that very first time. It did open the door. Now, whether the demon is involved in it or not, I'm not going to say. But now, since you've had sex, you see, it's not foreign to you. Now, when people come to you, they're coming for sex. I mean, they're coming for sex. Whether you comply or not is really up to you. Anyway, I feel this is a demon and want to know if you know anything about cleansing baths and if I can do this to change my energy quicker. Okay, let's talk about cleansing baths. If you feel like you need a cleansing bath, I'm going to tell you how to do it. All you need is sea salt. I like the Himalayan sea salt. You know, you can get it in a big bag or whatever. And I tell you, I'll put a link in the description if you want to get it from Amazon and you'll have it in your home. Sea salt. You put a half a cup of sea salt into your bath water. And that will cleanse you of any negative energy that has attached to you. Okay? And if you feel there's any negative energy in your home, smudge it. Smudge your home. And it'll get rid of any negative energy around your home. Now for you, because that sexual door has been opened, it's best for you to close that door and be celibate. Be celibate. Now, I don't know if you told me in the letter how old you were, but I assumed you are a young woman or younger. And when you meet these men, they are going to want sex. But you want a man to get to know you first. So you hold off sex. Okay, you be celibate. And if you need to tell him you're celibate, tell him you're celibate. And this way, if he tries to force you, it's rape. You can take him down to the court. You can charge him with rape because you've already told him that you're celibate. So if he tries to force it, it's no good. Okay? Be celibate to clear yourself out. Take your cleansing bath, smudge your home of all negative energy, and let's start anew. And you will find that when you go out, whatever you have inside, if you have loving, peaceful energy inside, you will attract that loving, peaceful energy. Now, that doesn't mean that the next man you meet won't want sex. But what it may mean is that he is willing to try to get to know you first before that comes up, before that conversation comes up. You see? Men who try to rush you into sex have an agenda. They could be married. They're only looking for hookups. Or they could be energy vampires. Because energy vampires, in the sexual experience, you see, that's a lot of energy that the vampire loves. That is a lot of energy. The sexual energy is really a creative energy. It is a powerful energy in the universe. And vampires will, if you are involved with the energy vampire, he will go for the sex quickly because he needs that energy, you see. Now, another thing about these energy vampires is, you see, your sexual energy, all of these energies is supply. Supply. I know, now we have a letter here asking about to define supply. Hey, here we go. I believe that supply is energy. It is. The energy is siphoned unknowingly from a healthy being. In this example, this is a male entity who is siphoning energy from the healthy female. Does that male entity share the energy with the entity that he will always be with? Yes. Yes, he's feeding the entity that's inside of him. Okay? The energy vampire is possessed by an evil entity, and that evil entity needs your energy to survive. Okay? If he does share the energy, how or why does he do that? What do you mean? Why does he do that? The entity has to have your energy from somewhere to live, to survive. You see, these people, these energy vampires, they will just crumble and waste away if they don't have your energy. And I've seen that happen. I've seen it happen. If they cannot, for instance, they could get sick and be bedridden. And nobody's visiting them or talking to them or anything like that. And they're just laying there. They will wither away and die. They have to have the energy. They have to have it. Okay? Does it have to do with anything more than just being validated? To trick everyone, family, friends, co-workers, neighbors, the mailman, clerk, the clerk at the grocery store, etc., into believing that they are just normal guys? Well, to them, they are normal. To them. I don't believe that these people know that they are possessed with this spirit. It's just something that they do. They know that they come around you and it's a normal thing to them. I really don't know if it's intentional or not. Now, the spirit is intentional. I do know that. The spirit is intentional. It comes for your energy. And the spirit, if it's controlling the person, what's to do? How does someone share the stolen energy with the unhealthy entity? Okay, I'm a little confused here. How does one share the stolen energy with the unhealthy entity? Listen. Okay, let's try to get a handle on this. All right, let's look at it. All right, we're going to make the analogy of a vampire because you've all seen the vampire movies. When the vampire sucks blood out of a victim now. Sometimes he doesn't kill a victim. He just sucks enough blood for what he needs so he can come back later and get more. But when he sucks the blood out, he's replenished. He's stronger. You see? He's got all the energy that he needs to do his evil deeds. This is where your energy goes. He doesn't just steal it and then, put it in a box somewhere or wherever. No, it goes into him. Your energy helps him to live, to be more powerful, to be more confident, to go out and seek others. And he can get energy from anywhere. And I tell you, a great place where energy vampires are, at church. It's loads of energy vampires at church. Loads of them. And with you going to church and getting all excited and jumping around, that's energy. You're feeding energy vampires. And a lot of times, even your pastor is an energy vampire. You see, energy vampires love church because it's free energy. They don't have to do anything. Just go there to get replenished with your energy. And when you come out of church, you're kind of exhausted. You got to go and eat, try to replenish yourself. Then take a nap, try to replenish yourself. Because your energy, you left all of your energy when you went to church. That's a great place for, and church is full of energy vampires. Church. Okay? You say, how does he get to be soulless? Because he has accepted this demonic energy within him. That's how. Are they dangerous? Yeah, they are dangerous because they can destroy you. If you are married to an energy vampire, he can totally destroy your life by sucking you from all of your energy, your emotions, and your resources. What they do is destroy you from the inside, sucking your essence right out of you. They don't care anything about you. They don't love because they don't have that inside them. They are soulless beings. They have sold their soul, to the devil. We'll say that in terms where you can understand. They've sold their soul to the devil. And that's what's inside of them. They have nothing good for you. They are takers, not givers. This is one way that you can tell an energy vampire, because they will take from you. They will come to you taking, not giving. And many of them don't have anything when you take them in. And talking to ladies, you meet these men and they pay you some attention. Okay? You know that they don't have much. They're broken, but you feel like you can heal them. So you take them into your home, clean them up, buy them clothes and shoes, and give them whatever you have to give. And what are you getting in return? Nothing. That's an energy vampire. He came there to suck it right out of you. Everything you have, he'll take and leave you with nothing. Many women have lost their homes, their livelihood, their retirement packages, everything, because they got involved with an energy vampire. See, everything in life, everything you see, touch, feel, is energy. Even we are. We are energy beings. Okay? So the energy vampire wants everything you have for themselves. Energy. Okay? So when I say supply, that's what I'm talking about. Supply is resources, energy, whatever you have to give. That's what supply is. And that is what the narcissist is after. And narcissists are energy vampires. They're evil. And they are dangerous because they can destroy you. Totally destroy you. I know some narcissists, they will stay and drain a person until a person dies. And what will they do? The next day, they are already go to a new supply. They didn't care anything about that supply. They were only supply. And I've known men who claim that they love their wives. They've been with their wives for 50, 60, 70 years, whatever. The wife died. Next week, they got somebody else. You got to watch things like that. An energy vampire will suck you and drain you for everything that you have. And in many of these homes, it's the wife that had everything. When they met this man came with nothing. But he sucked everything that she had, everything, and left her dead. That's when the vampire will go on, find him another victim. Don't be a victim of an energy vampire. Be aware of it. Know what supply is. You are supply. You are an energy being. Everything about you is energy. And the vampire wants it all. Be careful. Love yourself and protect yourself. If you are around people who make you feel drained and tired, you're in the wrong place. When you go to your houses of worship, when you come out, you should feel energized. You should feel new. They should be giving you powerful energy. But many times they're taking it from you. They're taking it from you. Taking your resources because you got to leave offerings. That's energy. You got to leave that there. You go there praising, singing, hollering, hooping, jumping around. All of that is energy. All of it. And energy vampires absolutely love it. They can't wait until Sunday morning to church. They can't wait because they can get enough energy that can carry them through the week. People, be aware of these things and guard yourself. I hope that I've said something that can help someone. Be aware of what an energy vampire is. And, you know, the way I believe to guard yourself is when you meet people, think about guarding your energy. You know, really take time before you let somebody in close. Keep them at bay until you get to know what their agenda is. What do they want? Are they coming to give or coming to take? All right. People, thank you so much for supporting this channel. Thank you for your comments and your letters. And a special thank you to those that leave a donation. Now, those of you who are looking for your affirmations and your movement, click the link in the description and it'll take you straight there. I wish you all the very best and happiness, and I really hope to see you next time.